メジャー翻訳速報。
メジャー翻訳速報海外の反応へようこそ。山本由伸投手が7回無失点10奪三振の圧巻投球を披露。デグロムとの名勝負を制し、ドジャースは3対0で完封勝利を収めました。日本人投手の活躍に海外メディアも大絶賛の嵐です。大谷翔平選手は待望の第一子誕生のため育児リストに、彼に代わり先発出場のトミー・エドマンが先頭打者ホームランで口火を切りました。この動画が気に入っていただけたらチャンネル登録、コメントもよろしくお願いします。
Welcome to Access Sportsnet Dodgers. I'm John Hartung alongside Nomar Garciaparra. The Dodgers run their winning streak to 4 games. They open up the series in Texas with their second shutout win of the season. And Nomar, we talked on the pregame show about a potential fantastic pitchers duel. This one lived up to the billing. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, 7 shutout innings, strikes out 10, doesn't walk anybody. Jacob deGrom was also great, but Tommy Edman, second pitch of the game, hit a home run, and the Dodgers never looked back.
Well, Yamamoto's performance was outstanding, and the Dodgers really needed it, especially when you had deGrom on the other side, and he pitched really well. I mean, he made that one pitch to Tommy Tanks in the very first inning, and he took advantage. He did an excellent job getting to that fastball up in the zone and driving it out of the ballpark. But really, the story, Yamamoto, unbelievable, scoreless innings, going 7, 10 punch-outs, and then the bullpen coming in, getting the job done. And how about Max Muncy there at the very end, the defense and also the offense. I'll tell you, in that 9th inning, the way they produced a couple of insurance runs was huge.
Yeah, Dodgers did not have Shohei Ohtani to begin with. He's back here in Southern California. He's on paternity leave right now. But in that 9th inning, the Dodgers had their first at-bat with a runner in scoring position. They come through with 2 extra runs, insurance runs, and they win it 3-0. But it was Tommy Edman leading off the game with a home run against Jacob deGrom, and right now he's standing by in Texas with Kirsten Watson.
Tommy, you're very familiar with batting leadoff, but to step out there in this game tonight, just how did it feel?
Yeah, it felt good, you know. I had some big shoes to fill with Show usually being in that leadoff spot, but just tried to do my best impression of him. But yeah, it's a kind of a position I'm familiar with, so it felt good to be back there.
You were going up against Jacob deGrom. He was excellent tonight, but you were able to get to him early in the game with that home run. What were you seeing in that bat?
Yeah, he's nasty. I mean, he's been one of the best pitchers in the game for a long time. So you got to be ready to hit against him. You know, you can't just let him get into the count. And, you know, he just did a really good job throughout the game.
No secret this game was a pitcher's duel tonight. Playing behind Yoshinobu, what were you seeing from him, and how excellent was he on the mound?
Yeah, you know, once again, Yoshi was, you know, pitched like the ace that he is. And, yeah, he's been lights out all year. I wouldn't want to stand in the box against him. He was throwing 6 pitches today and, you know, commanding them all. And he's a tough pitcher, and just glad I don't have to face it.
We've talked about just playing on the road. How important was it for you guys just to set the tone on the start of this road trip?
Yeah, you know, we didn't have that first road trip wasn't great, so to win the first game this time around, you know, felt pretty good against a really good team too. So, you know, hopefully we can have a little bit better trip this time.
You talked about stepping in for Shohei Ohtani. He's away from the team for a very good reason, as him and Namiko are welcoming their first child. If you could give him any advice if he happens to be watching right now, what would it be?
Well, I know Sho loves his sleep, so probably gonna have to figure out how to function with like a little bit less sleep. But you're gonna do great. He's gonna do great, and it's gonna be awesome. And it's one of the best things that you can have is being a father. So excited for you.
Tommy, congratulations on this win. Thank you so much.
Yep, thank you. Appreciate it.
Dodgers didn't do a lot offensively tonight, but Tommy Edman with 3 of their 5 hits, including that home run to start the game, Nomar, and he was in that leadoff spot because he talked about it. Shohei Ohtani back here in Southern California. His wife expected to give birth to their first child any minute now, and Tommy Edman filled in admirably atop the lineup.
He really did, and you know when you have one of your superstars out, you're like, okay, how do we pick up the pace? And you don't try to do too much, and really, Tommy Edman didn't try to do too much. All he did was just try to put the bat on the ball. He gets a fastball up in the zone, and he puts a great swing. This is one thing Tommy Edman has been doing all season long, putting on a great swing, especially from the left side. He made some adjustments coming into this season, standing a little taller, and even standing a little taller, even able to get a fastball up in the zone, gets a knock. And then this one was huge right here in the 9th inning. Leading off the inning, finding a way to get on base. If you're a leadoff hitter, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. Take advantage, getting to second base, able to get to second base with nobody out. And the Dodgers, after that, did an excellent job really to knocking him in. I'll tell you, Mookie Betts, you're going to see in this, Mookie Betts showing that he was over, but that last at-bat that Mookie Betts going the other way really changed the whole at-bat for Teoscar Hernandez.
Yeah, it's one of those where I've always felt like that should be scored as a sacrifice in the scorebook because you're penalizing him when he actually was trying to just hit the ball the other way, move the runner over. The Dodgers get 2 huge insurance runs there in the top of the 9th. And then in the bottom of the 9th, it gets interesting, Nomar. It would have been a lot more interesting if not for the defense of Max Muncy at third base.
Yeah, Tanner Scott coming in trying to close out the game. I mean, the Rangers really had some good at-bats. I mean, you're facing Corey Seager, and Corey Seager has an excellent at-bat, driving the ball, getting on base early on with a nice single, and then they pinch hit for Jock Peterson and Kevin Pillar coming up here. But what a play right here by Max Muncy, laying out to his left and throwing from his knees. And then he gets, after this one a little bit later, but here we're going to have a look at it again. I mean, just a tremendous play right there, laying out, gets it. I mean, that's fully stretched right there, staying with it. Good baseball clock there, just thinking about making sure you get the lead runner, just getting one. And then this play right here, down the line. So we had one to the left and then one to the right. Don't assume anything. The runner stopped. Fine, you can assume, but Max Muncy did not assume. He just went, continued the play. Great job over there by Tommy Edmonds, stretching over there. I know they came out kind of questioning whether it was fair or foul ball. I was wondering, you should have questioned whether he was out at second or not as well.
They didn't challenge him.
More their challenge out, but they didn't do that. Nonetheless, great job on the defense to close this game out.
Of course, it was Yoshinobu Yamamoto setting the tone in this game, Nomar, on the mound. He now has pitched his last 21 innings without allowing an earned run, continues his great start to this 2025 season.
And we heard there at the end, Tommy Edmonds, he's talking about, like, what was it like behind Yamamoto? It's like, man, I would not like to face him. Yeah, because he has pitches that just fall right out the table. Everything comes at you. Looking at it, the same arm slot, he said it looked like he had 6 pitches working for him today. I mean, he had the slider. We know he had the fastball command. We know he has that split finger, but what was really impressive to me today was it wasn't just all split fingers that put you away. We've seen that in the past where, like, okay, you got that fastball command, he's established it, and then all of a sudden with that split finger, the bottom just drops out of it. He was going with the slider. He was going with curveballs. He'd give different shapes to that breaking ball to really keep these hitters off balance, and he would throw it in any count. He looked like he was confident in throwing any single pitch, even if it was a 3-2 count, fastball count, he'd come at you and throw some off-speed pitches.
And I just love that he was going up against a 2-time Cy Young Award winner, and he was up to that challenge tonight, matched him 0 for 0. In fact, he did him 1-0 better. Right now, let's head back to the booth, check in one final time with Joe Davis and Oral Hershiser.
Boy, what a game for the Dodgers here. 7 scoreless innings for Yoshinobu Yamamoto. They get the leadoff home run from Tommy Edman, and then barely sneak out of here in the 9th, 3-0.
Yeah, Yamamoto, 21 innings now. He hasn't given up an earned run. Fantastic split, but it was nice to see, like, the whole arsenal, because that's going to put the league on their heels. Because all of a sudden, he's going to go from, a fastball split guy to all of a sudden you don't know what's coming.
Yeah, how about Tommy Edman steps in for Shohei Ohtani, hits leadoff and homers against Jacob deGrom to start the game.
Same stature, same strength. You just get up there. He's a switch hitter, and he's got pop from the left side. The work he put in the offseason is really paying off.
And he now leads the National League with 7 home runs. Incredible. Dodgers take the opener against the Rangers, 3-0.
All right, Joe and Oral, thank you very much. The battle between the last 2 World Series champions there in Arlington, Texas. Dodgers and Rangers. Let's get to the Friday night highlights. Tommy Edman against Jacob deGrom to start things off. Shohei back here in Southern California, and Tommy tanks Nomar, takes him out.
On an 0-1 pitch, you got a fastball that looked like it almost was going up at the zone, like almost rising up there, and he stays on it. That's one of those pitches that, even if you get the barrel to it, oftentimes you kind of pop up in the air, but man, he's able to square that ball up and drive it out of the ballpark. Great swing.
National League leader in homers now with 7 is Tommy Edman, 5 feet 9 inches tall. Bottom of the first, Yoshinobu out there gets Marcus Semien.
I mean, 0-2, getting ahead early, which was also important and key, and then just putting him away with a nasty off-speed pitch.
Corey Seager came into this game with the longest streak of any hitter in Major League Baseball without striking out, but it ends quickly.
I mean, there's an example. I mean, here we are in the very first inning. It's a 3-2 count. You don't want to give up any free passes, and what do? You throw a breaking ball underneath the hands.
Bottom of the second, Yamamoto pitching to Adolis Garcia, and it is another swing and a miss.
Man, that is a nasty pitch. Looks like a fastball coming out of his hand. bottom just drops right out of it.
Third of the game, and then number 4 right here to get Dustin Harris.
3-2. 3-2 breaking ball. He even got people swinging even when the ball is bouncing in the dirt on a 3-2 count.
Jake Berger, Dodger killer in his career, but not here. 5th strikeout in 2 innings.
Where that ball starts off, as a hitter 3-2, you're thinking, okay, once again, he's not going to give me a free pass. Look, fastball, and it starts off in the low part of the zone.
Top of the 3rd, perfectly placed by DeGrom. This time he wins the battle against Edman.
See, that's where you're hoping it's an off-speed pitch there to fall out of the zone, but catches the bottom part.
Freddie Freeman in the hole. DeGrom's over there to cover as Semien throws it to DeGrom for the out. Back to Yamamoto. This time, Corey Seager lines one into left center.
Well, Corey Seager gets in a hitter's camp. And I'll tell you, talked about some of the plays late in the inning. That play was huge right there by Conforto. That was a big play. You have a man on base, and he's able to get to this ball and not allow the run to score. If that gets by him, the run scores easily, but he cuts this ball off, spins around, gets it back in to the infield to keep the run from scoring.
Jock Peterson mired in an 0 for 33 slump to start the game. Grounds out to first. And Yamamoto makes the pitch to get out of it. Bottom 4, still 1-0. And Yamamoto gets Josh Young. A lot of head shaking.
It really is. You're like, 0-2. You're like, okay, what's he going to do? Is he going to try to climb the ladder?
Gets Josh Berger.
2-2. Slider. Breaking ball.
How about some more? Bottom of the 5th, Jonah Heim. It's your turn.
So I'm saying, 0-2, you're like, I've been seeing him go down in the zone and get the swing and miss. And what does he do? He climbs the ladder with a fastball. I mean, you cannot sit on any pitch against Yamamoto at any count.
Gets Semien to pop it up to Tommy Edman. It's a 1-2-3 5th for Yoshi. Top of the 6th, still 1-0. It's Edman up there against DeGrom. 3rd battle between these two, and Tommy gets a base hit.
Good swing by Tommy Edman. That ball might have gone in on his hands just a little bit, but still, great swing, you get rewarded.
And then Edman's swiping second base. We thought he was safe. He's called out. Dodgers would challenge.
Yeah, they challenge. This is one of those where they ended up called stands because there wasn't enough evidence to overturn. I mean, from that angle, it looks like the toe might have gotten in there, but didn't have enough angles for them to tell. Call stand.
Freddie Freeman flies out to end that 6th inning. Bottom 6, Yoshi versus Seager again. And Yamamoto gets the ground out to Fred Freeman. Let's play there. Freddie to Yoshi. 2 batters later.
Don't have to strike everybody out.
And he gets Garcia to ground out. To Mookie Betts. 6 scoreless.
Get some ground balls and more democratic.
Top of the 7th. DeGrom's still out there, and he's still dealing as well. 97 for the 2-time Cy Young Award winner.
You know, we were talking to Adrian earlier, and he talked about with DeGrom with 2 strikes. He usually really likes to climb the ladder, get you chasing that fastball up in the zone, but he was also dotting the fastball down in the zone as well.
Bottom of the 7th, Yamamoto gets Young again.
I am just chuckling because how many 3-2 breaking balls have we seen Yamamoto throw in this game?
Jake Berger with a runner on. It's a strike him out. Yes, throw him out to end the 7th.
Nice tag over there by Tommy Edman, staying with that ball as well. A great throw by Will Smith.
10th strikeout of the game for Yamamoto. 102nd pitch, and he gets the out at second base to complete his night. Kirby Yates with the Rangers last year, facing his former battery mate Jonah Heim, and he gets him. One around for out number 1. 2 batters later, he gets Marcus Semien. So a 0 put up by Kirby Yates. We go to the 9th. Hobie Milner, the lefty in the game for Texas. Tommy Edman in the hole. It's a single and an error.
Tommy Edman hustling down the line, put the ball in play, good things happen. Ball gets away, able to get to second base. Nobody out.
First time the Dodgers have had a runner in scoring position all night, and you just knew. Teoscar Hernandez, he's done it his entire Dodger career.
So right before that, Mookie Betts does an excellent job moving him to third. They intentionally walk Freddie Freeman. But how about Teoscar Hernandez? RBI machine. We talk about how RBIs matter, and you just don't make these run producers. Nope. He shortens up. He was battling that entire at-bat and just goes the other way to knock him in.
And Will Smith on an 0-2 pitch, he had fouled off several pitches, and he does the job.
He really did. He really did have a good at-bat.
3-0, Tanner Scott, though. Greeted by a Corey Seager line drive.
Yeah, that guy again. John, he's good.
He's still good.
Yep.
And then this was a huge play. Kevin Pillar and a diving Max Muncy gets Corey Seager at
second.
second.
Great play by Max Muncy. Fully extended, lays out, gets the lead runner at second base.
Full extension from Muncy. Huge out. Otherwise, you're talking about the tying run coming to the plate for Garcia, and then he delivers a base hit. So now the tying run will come to the plate in the form of Josh Young, and it's kind of a strange ending to the game, but the Dodgers will take it here. 5-4-3.
Gets the ball right down the line. Thank you for assuming it was a foul ball. You kind of let up.
And it was clearly fair.
It didn't seem like it was all that obvious that it was a foul ball to stop running.
Don't ask why, just say thank you. Dodgers win it by the final of 3-0. They improve to 15-6. Yoshinobu Yamamoto picks up his third win with the 7 scoreless innings. Didn't walk anybody, had 10 strikeouts. Tanner Scott gets save number 7. Tommy Edman 3 for 4 with his 7th home run, and Teoscar Hernandez 1 for 4 with an RBI single. Let's look ahead at what's on the calendar. 1 p.m. start time tomorrow, and then 11:30 a.m. for Sunday's getaway day game. From there, it's off to Wrigley Field in Chicago for 2 with the Cubs before the Dodgers come home to play the Pittsburgh Pirates next weekend. Tomorrow's game will be on Fox, the rest of them right here on Sportsnet LA. Dodgers now have 2 shutouts on the season, both of them 3-0 wins on a Friday nights. Both had Tommy Edman homering, and both had Yoshinobu Yamamoto dealing to get the win. Plenty of reaction coming up. Carl's Jr. moments of the game. Tommy Edman, second pitch of the game. Nomar off of Jacob deGrom. Gets on top of it.
Fastball up in the zone. Great swing. Getting the barrel to that ball, driving it out to right center. Early on, putting them on the board.
And that would be all the Dodgers would need as they get a 3-0 shutout win over the Texas Rangers. Let's go back to Globe Life Field and hear from the skipper, Dave Roberts, with Kirsten and the media.
Dave, with Yoshinobu, just how has he continued to impress you this year, and what stood out about his performance today?
Man, he was good tonight. Really good team, good lineup. He just had his entire pitch mix working. He elevated his game to another level. You could see that he was going against one of the game's best in DeGrom, and he obviously matched him pitch for pitch. The fastball was commanded, had life. The split was great. Slider, curveball, all that stuff. I thought Will did a fantastic job with them, and it was just fun to watch him compete.
He's consistently gone through 6 innings. To see him go into the 7th and complete it, just how much pride do you think he takes in that and wanting to be that guy for the team?
A lot of pride. I think that he's never looking to come out of a game, and he always feels that he's the best option. And I felt good tonight, just given there wasn't much stress. His stuff didn't, waver at all. And he earned that opportunity to start the 7th inning and got a big double play ball. And I still thought there was still more in there, and I just like the way he controls his emotions.
He's been good with the fastball splitter and all his starts this year, but was this the best you've seen, just his overall pitch mix tonight?
I think so. I think that, there was the slider he threw more, he threw the curveball more. And so he used his entire repertoire tonight. And I think that, yeah, if you kind of look at in totality his stuff tonight, I thought this was his best outing.
What do you think it meant to be able to go up against a guy like be able to do it 0 for 0 there?
I think there's a sense of pride. You look at who you're opposing, and like I said, he's one of the game's best, and I know Yoshi's followed him for years, and Cy Young winner, and you want to kind of go toe-to-toe with him on the road, and he did that.
What's taken him to the next level this season? What's the separator between the two?
I think there's no more unknown. Being here in the States, understanding how his stuff plays against major league hitters, the surroundings, his environment, and then with all that, the confidence, it's real. I just think that he's just got so much conviction with every pitch, every throw that he makes, and there's just no more doubt.
You've left him in for 100 pitches twice already this year. What does that say about your confidence that last year's shoulder issue is gone?
Yeah, I think that that's beyond us, past us. He's right now he's been on every once a week, so I felt that, just talking to Mark Pryor and the training staff, feeling like his body's in a good place, so we can push him a little bit. And I have, last year being more mindful and trying to get his feet under him and build the confidence. But right now, I just feel like I can let him go.
Is he the staff ace?
Well, he's pitching like it, so I feel we've got a lot of aces, and we've got a guy who's going to be coming off the aisle as 1-2 Cy Young. So, but he's pretty good. He's a pretty good top end pitcher for sure.
He's mentioned that he, of course, wants to win a Cy Young. With how you've seen just this year start for him, does it feel like this could be his year? Obviously, there's a lot of time, but just at the start.
There's a lot of time, but I do think that right now he's the best pitcher in the National League. And Skeens is pretty good too, so no disrespect.
What did you see from DeGrom on the other side after that, getting up and
This guy is, his command is unbelievable, unflappable, one of the best pitchers in the game. And we scratched to hit, well, we didn't scratch. Tommy hit a homer, and after that he sort of kept us at bay. We really didn't have an answer for him tonight.
Was Yoshi more locked in watching him than he typically would be another pitcher? Did you see that at all?
He's down below, so I'm sure he was watching the game. I don't know. I think that he was obviously focused on their hitters, but I still know that, you want to go toe-to-toe with a former Cy Young, and I think that's understandable.
DeGrom's been through a lot the last few years. Did he look like the other guy?
He did. Coming into tonight, I thought the velocity was going to be, 5 and 6, and the first throw of the night was 99, and so he was obviously looking forward to this one, and he showed out too. So it was an old school pitcher's duel, fun to watch.
Talk about Max getting more confidence at the plate. You think those couple plays in the ninth helped defensively where he's at after some of the errors this year?
I do. I think just overall he's in a really good headspace. Obviously, he's swinging the bat better, getting on base a lot, and he's working hard on the defense, and he made some really nice plays for us tonight.
How tricky was that last play? I don't know if you saw the replay, but it looked like it spun into foul territory and then back into fair territory to sort of stick with that and be able to sort of...
I know. It was. I just appreciate the way he played it out and wasn't an umpire. And it did start foul, came back, and the umpires got it right, and fortunately, we saved Tanner some pitches and won a ball game. I was. Good player, but I think right there he just got caught watching him being an umpire.
All right, great win for the Dodgers. And Adrian Gonzalez joining us right now because it was Dodger night at the Angel City football game, if you will, Adrian. So how did that go, first of all? Because you had to do some kind of three-clap thing, right?
Yeah, I was representing Dodgers doing the three-clap, getting the folks ready to go, and the team is off and running now. So
hopefully they have a victory.
To be back.
And the Dodgers played fast, but you made it back just in time to join us for the rest of the post-game show. And you probably saw Yoshinobu Yamamoto on your phone as you were keeping tabs on the game. Nomar, he was outstanding tonight with the 7 scoreless innings.
He really was. And, whenever Yamamoto comes into the game, what do we say? You have to establish the fastball, get ahead of hitters early. Well, this is exactly what Yamamoto did. As we go into the K-zone, I mean, here he is, early in count. Fastball, strike, outer corner. Another at bat, getting ahead. Fastball, down in the zone. Great location. That was a strike as well. Another one, great location there. Competitive pitches, early on, getting ahead of counts. Here's a hitter like, okay, he's got the fastball, he's dotting the fastball. I have to be ready for that. He can hit down in the zone, away. Well, what does that set up? It sets up an 0-2 off-speed pitch to get the swing and miss. Here's another 3-2. You're thinking fastball. He has the fastball command, yet he had enough confidence to throw that breaking ball. Another one, 1-2. You're looking fastball this entire time as a hitter. 3-2, 3-2. He's throwing fastball. Got ahead with me with that fastball, and here he is. He just keeps coming with the off speed once he's ahead in the count, and then the bottom is just dropping right out of it. It was just incredible performance by Yoshi Yamamoto, mixing up all of his pitches, but to be able to do that, he set up these guys with that fastball early and getting ahead of the hitters.
No, he really did. He was able to throw the fastballs in the right places to make the hitters be ready for that pitch, and then when he did come back with the split that looked like a fastball, or the breaking pitch where the hitter was kind of trying to cheat a little bit to the fastball so they would get the barrel out in front, that breaking pitch down in the zone is going to be a swing over pitch, where if he would have left it up, they might have put it in play. But his command was so good today. Yep. He was so dominant because of his command and just command of all pitches. I mean, I think he threw like 6 different pitches today. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, and the 10 strikeouts, he had 20 swings and misses, a career high for him tonight. So he was just absolutely brilliant. Dodgers get the win. And just as we all expected, tied for the National League in homers, it's Tommy Edman. We got more reaction coming up. The Dodgers have won 4 in a row. In case you missed it before today's game, the Dodgers placed Shohei Ohtani on the paternity list. He and his wife, Mamiko, expecting the birth of their first child any minute. Dave Roberts mentioned there could be a chance that Shohei returns this weekend, possibly for Sunday's game. Eddie Rosario was called up from AAA Oklahoma City to replace Shohei on the Dodgers' active roster. We certainly wish all the best to Mamiko and Shohei, awaiting the birth of their first child. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, brilliant tonight. 7 scoreless innings with 10 punch-outs. 3rd win of the year. Right now, he's with Kirsten and the media.
Yoshi, you were excellent tonight. Just what do you think gave you the edge in this matchup today?
今日素晴らしかったんですけども、その要因、大きな要因とは何だったと思いますか。
前回の登板から、調子よく来てたので、しっかり、頭の中を整理してマウンドに上がれましたし、また、新しいゲームということで初回から、思い切っていこうと思って、マウンドに上がれたので良かったかなと思います。
Because since last outing, because I was able to maintain what I had, the feeling was, and then today, because I was trying to give everything I got today.
Been consistently going through 6 innings to be able to get through the 7th today. How much pride do you take in that, being that guy to go so deep into the game?
今日7回までいけたということで、その長いイニングを投げれたということに対して、その自分でどういうふうに思われますか。
7イニング、投げ切れたというのはすごく良かったなと、自分でも思いますし、前回もその前もいい感覚では投げれてましたけど、少し、ボール先行する場面だったり、すごくこう、なんとかもう少し改善したいなと思っている部分だったので、そこが、前回より良かったかなと思います。
I was today, because I was, the last couple outings, the one downside was I was falling behind a little bit, and then today, because I think I got fixed it, and then that was one of the reasons I was able to go into the deeper today.
Was it extra fun to have a start like this going toe-to-toe with someone like DeGrom, especially when both of you guys are pitching as well as you were tonight?
やっぱり今日みたいな、いいピッチャー、デグロム投手みたいにいいピッチャーと投げ合うっていうのは、試合をする中でやっぱ楽しいっていうか、そういうところがありますか。
そうですね、素晴らしい投手と投げ合えるっていうのは、すごく、自分自身嬉しく思いますし、また、より気を引き締めて、一つのミスもしないように、心がけて、投げました。
It's definitely I'm happy. I feel joy to compete against the pitcher like DeGrom. And then today, because I knew that was going to be a tight game, he was good. So I was being a little more careful to not make a mistake.
And throwing so many splitters tonight, was that just a byproduct of being ahead in the count and being able to attack guys, or what was sort of into throwing that many splitters tonight?
今日、そのスプリットの率が多かったと思うんですけども、それはその配球的な部分とかっていうのがあるんですかね。
そうですね、特に増やしたわけではないですけど、バッターにあったように、バッターに、その場面で、多少違いは出てくるかなと思います。
I was not consciously throwing more splitters today. It's just like in the case by case, like a situation, I was adapting into it.
Was that the best you felt with just your whole pitch mix so far this year?
配球に関しては今シーズン一番良かったっていう感じですか、今日の試合で。
そうですね、すごく良かったと、思いますね。なんていうんだろう。どんどんこう自分のピッチングが、なんていうんだろうな、力が発揮できる、できてるというか、なんていうんだろう、いろんな球種を使ってピッチングするという、自分のスタイルがしっかり発揮できてきてるかなと思います。
I'm not sure that was the best one, but I feel like a pitch mix is working better and better.
Adrian, I know you love some good defense. You probably missed this. Some ninth inning web gems from Max Muncy to help the Dodgers toss a 3-0 shutout. Game was 1-0 Nomar going to the ninth inning. Dodgers getting a little insurance. It was Tommy Edman getting it started.
Tommy Edman, top of the lineup, filling in for Shohei, hustling down the line, getting a base hit, taking advantage of a miscue, getting up to second base with nobody out. Great at bat right here by Mookie Betts to move him over. You can see how happy he was, did his job, and then Teoscar Hernandez. What an excellent at bat. Just short to the ball, going the other way, knocking in an important insurance run.
And Will Smith following it up with another great swing right there, doing what he needs to do. Fundamental baseball is at its finest right here in the ninth inning. Move him over, get him in, first to third. All the great things that you can do, that the team can do to create runs. I mean, that was just textbook.
And before that at bat, Will Smith came into it 10 for 13 this year with runners in scoring position. That won't count as an at-bat, but that was certainly a big moment in the game, a contribution there from Will Smith. And then the bullpen in this game, Adrian, you have Kirby Yates, the former Ranger, puts up a 0 in the 8th, and Tanner Scott, with help from Max Muncy, puts up a 0 in the 9th.
Yeah, the bullpens have been having an incredible season so far, great success. Just, you know, they each have the thing that they're great at, and Kirby Yates goes after the hitters with his fastball split, you know, repertoire, and then you have Tanner Scott come in from the left side, but you see Kirby Yates right here just dropping a split and making it really uncomfortable for that bunt right there. The bunt doesn't go anywhere because of the drop on the pitch. Great play by Will Smith right there. I mean, just the bullpen in general, they've done such a great job throughout the season. They all come in, they know that their roles are not set, but they come into the right situations. They're put in positions to succeed. Dave Roberts does a great job of that. And, you know, the guys know that when they're out there, they're going to be facing the right type of hitters for them, and they execute. They trust the process, and they execute.
You know, and Tanner Scott does a good job. You know, he's going, okay, I can't give any free passes, so they got a nice hit right there by Corey Seager. But then relying on their defense. What a tremendous play by Max Muncy. I mean, he was fully extended there, laying out and getting that out right there. Now, Tanner Scott still finds himself in trouble. You get in the tie and run up to the plate, but he still has to make his pitches. Great job low in the zone there to get the ground ball. Yeah, whether you thought it was foul or not, but still is able to get the ground ball, and just a great play again by Max Muncy. Nice turn over there by Tommy Edman to close the game out.
There were some people saying on Twitter that Josh Young thought that the umpire at third base had signaled foul, but clearly you could see him. He was signaling fair ball right there, and the Dodgers turn 2 to end the game. They win it 3-0. Roki Sasaki gets the ball for Game 2 Saturday at Globe Life Field. We will preview that matchup and wrap things up with some final thoughts next.
Oh, great job, double play, game over.
All right, game over. Dodgers' second shutout win of the season. Roki Sasaki gets the ball tomorrow, coming off 5 innings last Saturday against the Cubs, his longest outing in his brief major league career. Adrian, what are you hoping to see out of Roki on Saturday?
I think if he's able to watch Yoshi's game from today, establish the fastball, get the fastball in the right places, and follow it up with the great off-speed pitches and the right counts.
I agree. He has to recognize that you have an aggressive team you're about to face over there in the Rangers. They're going to go out there and they're going to be ready to swing the bat. So that first pitch is critical to get the fastball established here, but you have to also make sure that it's a quality pitch. On the corners, that's what Yoshi did an excellent job today.
And the Dodgers struggled in that first road trip of the season, losing 2 out of 3 in Philadelphia, 2 out of 3 in Washington, D.C. Nomar, they have a chance against a really good Rangers team that came into this game 9-1 at home this season. Dodgers have a chance to take the series tomorrow.
They do, and you know, they're going to face another tough pitcher in Evaldi, and it doesn't get any easier after that as well. So go out there, focus on yourself, play good baseball. They did an excellent job today, really, under the circumstances. Obviously, it was Yamamoto, but then they produced runs at the end, which I really like.
Yeah, okay, get ahead early just like today. Play great team baseball and offense the rest of the game and let the pitching do the job. Great
All right, Dodgers 15-6 now on the season. For Nomar, Adrian, and Kirsten, I'm John. Thanks for watching. A reminder, tomorrow's game on Fox. We will see you Sunday morning on Sportsnet LA.
今回の試合は山本由伸投手の7回無失点10奪三振の圧巻ピッチングが光りました。ドジャース監督も彼の最高の投球だったと大絶賛。相手レンジャーズからもコントロールが信じられない、現在最高の投手の一人との評価を得ています。土曜日には佐々木朗希投手の登板も控えており、日本人投手の活躍から目が離せません。この動画が面白かったと思った方はチャンネル登録、高評価お願いいたします。ご視聴ありがとうございました。